Thank you for visiting our YouTube channel, Tropa. Nandito ako ulit para ibigay ang PBA Season 49, PBA Philippine Cup Elimination Round latest games result, next PBA game schedule, and the updated PBA All Filipino Conference PBA standings as of today.
(2025) PBA Philippine Cup latest PBA live games results as of today. The PBA Elimination Round games officially ended as the San Miguel Beermen took over the PBA #1 spot after demolishing the Northport Batang Pier by 35 points in the opening game of PBA Sunday Father's Day Special. San Miguel defeated Northport with the final score of 126-91. The current PBA All Filipino Conference top scorer, the Predator, CJ Perez, was named Best Player of the Game as he once again led all scorers by finishing with 24 points and also grabbed 5 rebounds and have shot the basketball well by making 11 of his 19 shot attempts. Here are the full game scores. San Miguel Beermen, 126. Aside from CJ Perez, 24, Jericho Cruz had his best offensive game of the conference with 17 points. Don Trolliano also scored 17 points. Backup center Moala Tautua chipped in with 14 points. PBA only, 8-time MVP, Junmar Fajardo had a double-double game in what looks like just a scrimmage game for him with 10 points along with 11 rebounds. 3-point king Marco Lassiter 10 points, Jaren Tang 9 points. The Seaman Rodney Brondiel added 8 points, and Wami Tiongson finished the game with 7 points. Northport Batang Pier, 91. Northport new main man Joshua Munzan led the team in scoring with 19 points. Cade Flores had a double-double night as well with 13 points while also grabbed 12 rebounds. Jarek Balanza and Fran Yu both scored 11 points each. Paulo Taha, 9 points. The beast Calvin Abueva was tamed in this game with just 5 points, and Evan Nella, Kuntape, Bulanati, and James Kwekate all scored 5 points each. By clinching the #1 and top overall seed, the aging powerhouse San Miguel Beermen will be playing versus the PBA All Filipino Cup defending champions, the 8th-seeded Meralco Bolts, in the PBA quarterfinals, where the San Miguel Beermen will enjoy a luxury of a twice-to-beat advantage. And in the main game, the crowd favorites Barangay Ginebra. Gin Kings got the last ticket in the exciting race for that twice-to-beat advantage, and will be the 4th-seeded team going into the PBA quarterfinals. Ginebra defeated the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters with the final score of 98-80. The Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings relied on their best two-way player, the former PBA #1 overall pick Stephen Holt, who played like the NBA greatest shooter of all time, also named Stephen. The Gin Kings Holt played like Stephen Curry by knocking down 6 3-pointers, en route to being named Best Player of the Game by finishing with a double-double performance of 27 points, along with 12 rebounds, and shot the basketball well by making 6 field goals in just 11 shot attempts. Here are the full game scores. Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings, 98. Aside from Stephen Holt, Ginebra's leading scorer this conference, Japeth Aguilar, also had a great game finishing with another double-double night of 18 points, along with 10 rebounds. Jamie Malonzo had a double-double game as well, with 15 points and 10 boards. RJ Abarientos chipped in with 11 points. Scotty Thompson had an all-around game of 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Troy Rosario, along with Jason the Vid, both scored 8 points each. Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, 80. Adrian Nocum and Santi Santillan top scored for Rain or Shine with 13 points each. Anton Asistio added 11 points. Mike Malonzo played well with 10 points. Gian Mamuyak, 9 points. Andre Karakut, 7 points. And Jonard Clarito, 6 points. The usual up-and-tempo high-scoring game of Rain or Shine was completely stopped by the overwhelming defense of the Ginebra Gin Kings, who limited the Elasto Painters to just 80 points. With the win, Ginebra officially claimed the 4th seed going into the quarterfinals, and will play versus the 5th-seeded up-and-coming powerhouse, CONVERGE Fiber X. By making it into the top 4, the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings will enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage against CONVERGE in their PBA quarterfinals matchup. Meanwhile, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters officially becomes the 7th-seeded team, and will move on to the PBA quarterfinals with a twice-to-win disadvantage against the 2nd-seeded team, the NLEX Road Warriors.
Tara Tropa! At samahan mo naman ako ulit at silipin na natin ang updated PBA Season 49, PBA All Filipino Conference, PBA Standings Today.
The PBA Elimination Round games officially ended. Now it's time for the PBA playoffs. Here is the 2025 PBA All Filipino Cup Final Elimination Round PBA Standings Today, June 16, 2025. The aging powerhouse San Miguel Beermen takes the PBA Philippine Cup top overall seed, as they finished with the best quotient among 4 teams with an identical record of 8 wins and 3 losses. SMB finished the PBA Elimination Round games strong with a 3-game winning streak. The number 1 San Miguel Beermen will be play versus the 8th-seeded PBA All Filipino Conference defending champions Meralco Bolts in the PBA quarterfinals, where San Miguel will enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage. Finishing at the second spot are Robert Bollock and the rest of the NLEX Raid Warriors, who surprised everyone so far with their strong play, as they also finished the PBA Elimination Round with 8 wins and 3 defeats. The second-seeded NLEX Road Warriors will play versus a familiar foe, their former head coach Yang Giao, and the rest of the 7th-seeded Rain or Shine Elasto Painters in the PBA quarterfinals, where NLEX will enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage. At number 3 are the Intravoy's Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots, my favorite team, who likewise finished the PBA Elimination Round with 8 victories against 4 defeats. The 3rd-seeded Magnolia Hotshots will be going up against the dangerous Grand Slam-seeking 6th-seeded Talk and Text Tropang 5G, where Magnolia will try to get the honor of being the team to stop the Grand Slam dreams of Talk and Text, as Magnolia will have the luxury of a twice-to-beat advantage over TNT in the PBA quarterfinals. At the 4th spot in the PBA standings today are the crowd favorites Barangay GINEBRA Gin Kings, who likewise posted an 8 wins and 3 defeats record and on a 3-game winning streak. The 4th-seeded Barangay GINEBRA Gin Kings will be playing versus the rising powerhouse, the 5th-seeded CONVERGE Fiber X in the PBA quarterfinals, where GINEBRA will have a twice-to-beat advantage. At number 5 are the CONVERGE Fiber X, who finished the Elimination Round games with 7 wins and 4 losses, and on a 2-game winning streak. CONVERGE will have an almost mission-impossible task of having to win 2 in a row versus the powerhouse Barangay GINEBRA in the quarterfinals. At the 6th spot are the Grand Slam-seeking Talk and Text 5G, who finished their PBA Elimination Round games with 6 wins and 5 defeats, and now on a donor-die situation after losing their final 2 games of the Elimination Round. TNT will have to win 2 in a row versus Magnolia in the quarterfinals, just to keep their Grand Slam bid alive. At number 7 in the PBA standings today are the young and talented Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, who finished the Elimination Round games also with 6 victories against 5 defeats. Rain or Shine are also in a win-or-go-home situation, as they need to win 2 in a row versus NLEX Road Warriors in the PBA quarterfinals. At number 8 are the current PBA All Filipino Conference defending champions Meralco Bolts, who also had 6 victories and 5 defeats standing, and on a 3-game winning run. The 8th-seeded Meralco Bolts will have a very tough road ahead of them, just to be able to defend their title, as their backs are also against the wall with a twice-to-win disadvantage in the PBA quarterfinals versus the winningest franchise in PBA history, no less than the number 1 San Miguel Beermen. Meanwhile, 4 teams have been eliminated already. The Phoenix Fuel Masters finished the conference at number 9 with 4 wins and 7 defeats. At number 10 and number 11 are the BLACKWATER Bossing, and the number 1 team in the elimination round last conference NORTHPORT Batang Pier, who both finished this conference posting just 2 wins against 9 losses. And at number 12, let's all just take a moment and say a huge thank you for selling their PBA franchise, as the TERRAFIRMA Jeep just unofficially finished their 11-year PBA participation, and going out with a bang in TERRAFIRMA style, with just 1 win and an embarrassing 10-game losing streak. Thank you so much, and we are all very happy to say goodbye, TERRAFIRMA Jeep. 2025 PBA Live Quarterfinal Games schedule on Wednesday, June 18, 2025. It's now time for the PBA Playoffs Tropa, as the PBA Live Quarterfinals kicks off on Wednesday, when the second-seeded NLEX Road Warriors will be looking to advance into the PBA semifinal round, as they go up versus the 7th-seeded Rain or Shine Elasto Painters in Game 1 of their PBA quarterfinals matchup, where NLEX will enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage. The PBA Live quarterfinals game between NLEX and Rain or Shine will start at 5 in the afternoon. And in the main game, the 3rd-seeded Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots will have their first chance to officially end the PBA Grand Slam title dream of the 6th-seeded Talk and Text Tropang 5G in game number 1 of their PBA quarterfinals matchup. The Magnolia vs. Talk and Text PBA Live game will start at 7:30 in the evening. Both PBA Live quarterfinal games on Wednesday will be played at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Sino ang tingin mo papasok sa PBA semifinal round, tropa? Ma-extend pa kaya ng Rain or Shine at Talk and Text ang kampanya nila this conference? Or mapatunayan na ng Magnolia at NLEX na hindi sila intro boys? Message ka ang tropa sa comment section at pag-usapan natin ang PBA playoffs. Please don't forget to like this video at mag-subscribe ka na din sa amin YouTube channel, tropa. iForbes Sports Updates para updated ka lagi sa PBA araw-araw. Thank you all so much, tropa!